President has the authority under the proper circumstances, under existing treaties, but he does not have the authority now to go in for whatever reason and start a war, if that would be the possibility, and use force to go in and remove a particular person. The debate to punish Saddam Hussein, the impatience you feel, the anger you feel, are all justified, but none of them add up to vital interest. And none of them justify the death of our sons and daughters.
There's a suggestion now that Iran may be involved in the bombing of the U.S. service barracks in Tehran. An act of war.
It's an act of war.
And so the United States does
what? It could
what?
take whatever action it deems appropriate.
Until authority is granted, the president has no inherent power to send forces to war, except, as I said, in certain very limited circumstances, such as to repel sudden attacks or to protect the safety and security of Americans abroad. This is not a blank check for the use of force against Iraq for any reason. It is an authorization for the use of force, if necessary, to compel Iraq to disarm. The sin of Vietnam, no matter what our view in Vietnam was not whether we went or didn't go. But the sin, in my view, was failure of two presidents to level with the American people of what the cost would be, what the continued involvement would require, and what was being asked of them. 9 months ago, I voted with my colleagues to give the President of the United States of America the authority to use force, and I would vote that way again today. We authorized the President to use force. Congress did it to give him a strong hand to play at the United Nations. In doing so, we hope to make war less likely.
If he takes this nation to war in Iran without congressional approval, I will make it my business to impeach him.
Right, eliminate the act that allowed us to go into war and not the AUMF, and make sure that it could only be used for what its intent was, and that is to go after terrorists.
You're required to abide by the War Powers Resolution, Mr. President, and you cannot pursue war with Iran without consent and authority from Congress. The existing AUMFs, the congressional authorization for use of military force, do not apply.
The Obama-Biden administration did not ask Congress for permission multiple times when it took military action. So would the Biden doctrine be different?
No, there was the authorization for the use of military force that was passed by the United States Congress, House and Senate, and signed by the President. That was the authority. It does not give authority to go into Iran. It gave authority to deal with these other issues.